nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd.
Booster.
I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the mud zone.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high?
ho ho ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on the globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the flat earth farm.
This could be it, Harry. Pass the word along. Tell the men it's time to shoot the moon.
Shoot the moon!
Not out there on the microphone. On the microphone.
Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow. Mud. You slept. self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm friends with all those women out there. Woo! All the ladies in the house, throw your hands in the air. Woo! Yo, this smack I'm flipping could send me back to prison, but my cash is tapped and I owe that back rent again. So I'm selling crack, even though it isn't legitimate. Lord forgive me, even though I know I'm a sin again. My rap's so cold, my flow is frozen again. When I get to spitting, it snows in Michigan. Overdosing off that flint water. When I swim, my tongue explodes from those carcinogens, and then my lungs implode from no oxygen in them. Looking like I got toxic shock syndrome. Mockingjay when she plays the gunshot victim. I got sick when the liquor store sold me food. Drop that soap, girl, you know I'm broken your boo. Dripping sweat, getting wet, we eloping in nude. Better hope I don't rip open your fallopian tube. You better hope I don't rip open your fallopian tube. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. Yo, you just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien. You just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, homo sapien, homo sapien. You just a homo sapien. Yo, you just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling. Shit's going bad, just know that we go back in a nanosecond. Hopefully you listen to this fast and this slow to speak. Only wish that I could grow some wings like Jenna and fly so far away. In my park car, my radio starts to play. In a bar, spitting bars, sipping Chardonnay till the wheels fall off. Yo, we just lost the brake. Stop for a DUI and got locked away. We're drunk from alcohol and you got the shake. I had a way, oh boy, he just lost the case. Technology got destroyed and they lost the case. But you still believe in moon rock, they rock from space. Yeah, they rock from space. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. Lies. I don't trust no masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. You just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien. You just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien, homo sapien, homo sapien, doping. You're just a homo sapien. It's so hard to win when it's so hard to lose. Yo, it's so easy to lose when it's hard to win. It's so hard to win when it's so easy to lose. It's so easy to lose when it's hard to win. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. You just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien. You just a homo sapien, baby, just a lonely homo sapien. Just a dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien. Dick raping, baby, alien, vaping, inhaling, homo sapien. You just a date. Space is space.
The last immortal.
Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the table, yeah. Tell them rookies get they drop up. You on the one, you better squad up. Big eyes, don't wanna tango, them boys get peso. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the table. Yeah, the tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the wall, you better score it up. Biatch, boss, chill, paper boy, getting that kilo money. They got on blast, fuck around and kilo cut them. Peanut butter like butter leather bucket seats, vanilla polo fitted to match. I'm a fucking beast, last ski in the 6-speed. And you screaming fuck the police, baby, I'm from Uptown. Never was a hustle with, peep it. Every day I'm getting lifted. 100 blunts in my lungs, 100 proof in my system. 2 girls, 1 vicious. That's just how I'm living. Getting 4 faces by some Gemini bitches. Onslaught the gutters, be stunting and something tinted. I had Maserati dreams, now we winning. Yeah. Ask around, them fellas do a big. My girl switch wigs when I wanna fuck a different bitch. Foreign coupe, no roof, local potent in the blizz. Money stacks make the sailor look lower than it is. And don't wanna tango, them boys get pesos. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables. Yeah. Tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the one, you better score it up. Biatch, don't wanna tango, them boys get pesos. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables. Yeah. Tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the wall, you better score it up, biatch. That Rico case getting harder to fight. Big face, more bottles, Bellagio lights. Pitting my re-up on the table, that's just part of the life. Devil regalado sideways like it's sliding on ice. Motherfucker, how you living? You ain't back of the line. We just cut away, we stunting, just embarrass you guys. Parking thicker than the dials in the passenger side. She tend to suck me when I drive, so don't ask for a ride. Yeah, 5th gear, tearing for city and bad, I get it. You know I live it, word of Jesus is dead. I was young and wild once, and I'm a fiend in my past. A rug bleach, I'm a beast, every day is my last. Princess cuts on my neck, chest looking like glass. You was hating me then, you should look at me now. I'm talking yellow bottles, yellow models, cooked by the pound. 23 in them balls, and bitch, I'm putting it down. On the tango, them boys get pesos. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables. Yeah, the tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the wall, you better score it up, biatch. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the one, you better score it up. Biatch, don't wanna tango, them boys get pesos. Shotty on the dress, 100 racks on the tables, yeah. Tell them rookies get they guap up. You on the one, you better score it up, biatch.
What's up? We're live.
What's up?
How you doing? Hi.
Good, good.
All right, we got an echo. We got an echo. We got an echo. It's coming from Andy. Definitely coming from Andy. How's everybody doing? Hold on a sec. You got an echo, Andy. Wicked bad. Wicked bad tonight.
Jesus. It was fine before, right?
I don't. It sounds like. Do you have like a? Hold on, it might be me. Hold on one second. All right. Now let me see. No, it's you.
It's me. Come on.
It's definitely you. Singe Man, you there? Can I hear you? You muted? You frozen? Jesus. Fucking technical difficulties tonight, huh? Just stands there. Good job. Good job. Keep doing it. All right, ready?
Wait.
All right. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Who do we got here? Blackbird, Andrew, Red Scout, sub the Late Night Live channel, MMA Paradise. What's up?
Yeah.
All right, we got a few people. We got enough. We have enough people. How you doing?
Hey, Singe.
Yeah, what's up, Singe? Why can't I fucking see the screen, dude? This is weird. I can't. I'm like, Singe Man's like cut off.
He's still underground in his palace.
No, for me,
It's released the event. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aha! Hail Warriors. This
Hail.
is Sparta. This is Sparta. I'm gonna change my background. It's kind of drowning me.
Yeah.
Party on, Wayne's and Waynettes. What are we doing?
I'm getting to it. All right. So, what day?
Really?
What day are we come? We're coming up to what? Memorial Day.
Mudmorial Day. Yeah.
All right. I saw this video today, and I thought it was cool. War is an economy. Hold on, do we got sound? No sound.
What's going on with my green screen?
Hold on.
Some shit about the other.
Everybody, hold
on.
Get to the strip. Back issues.
Speed. Normal. All right. What?
Back issues.
Look at all the Masonic handshakes. What do you think about that?
I'll be running for office soon, so yes, I support that. We should give them more money, more, and
you know, sometimes it's necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the police should have tanks. I think they should roam the streets with tanks.
Yo, Singe, how do I make my screen get smaller, dude? What do I press to make the whole thing go shrink a little bit? That's what she said.
Touch it.
I think you go like this. Come
on, it's Control Alt something. No, for me, I'm saying, no, on my side. No. No. That's not what I was asking.
I know that's not what you're asking.
What are you losing your voice? You sick or something?
I've been.
You sound like you're losing your voice.
I've been becoming a man. I'm Batman now.
You're going through puberty, finally.
I'm Batman.
Dude. All right, so wow. Singe. What do I press? Control Alt what?
To make your screen smaller. Control minus or plus.
Control. Oh yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
And then wait till it goes to 100. 100 is standard.
I want it to go back to
100%. 100% is standard. Yeah.
No, that's too small. Okay.
And you can make it bigger, small, as needed on different windows.
All right,
you can open it up in a different window.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good for now. All right, so
you want to look up the code? Send me the code so I can fix it for you.
Yeah, I'll send you my bank account numbers too and everything else. All right.
Look at that.
You ready? Actually, yeah, we're at the bottom. All right. All right, here we go. Let's start with our show. Hold on. I don't know. Why is there no sound? As I lay on my pallet, I conducted that my father should not have sent me out into the world, which was more complicated than I had thought. I was learning too many things.
The first conundrum awaits us. a paradox that will inform the rest of our investigation through this lab. We're on the hunt for keys to investigate whether European medieval architecture has a lost history or lost function that the conventional narrative has conveniently buried. How to begin such a tremendous investigation? A good starting point is to identify periods in history where a transition could have occurred, a potential moment where these structures changed significantly. This means we need a timeline. We also need to establish some scope. Medieval architecture is far too vague a term. There is too much generalization here. Medieval architecture encompasses
All right.
This is the one I wanted to start at. We already seen that.
His name has been Mandela affected. Boom.
It was just an E. You're right. It was an E.
The ogive, or the ogival arch, is the pointed arch that characterizes Gothic. And although we see the pointed geometry in earlier Romanesque decoration, and variations of the pointed arch are found throughout the Middle East, the Gothic style of architecture springs out of Europe during the 1100s, seemingly from nowhere. Not just the pointed arch, but the whole stylistic package, with no transitory predecessor. Materializing spontaneously across Europe and the Christian West in the Middle Ages, was Gothic really just a mere stylistic fashion? Just a new decorative formula? Or was it something else? How did architects, stonemasons, and sculptors know how to execute this style all over the continent to such a high standard and to such a consistency, and all within a similar time frame? Or were they secretly trained to build in this form, silently waiting in the shadows, ready to unleash Gothic once the order was given? The Gothic style of architecture holds a great secret, but something is missing that prevents us understanding it.
Boom, baby.
A piece of the puzzle, misplaced and absent. It has been hidden, or was always hidden.
I love it. Tremendous. So far, so good. What do you guys think? You guys okay with it? Andy? Singe? How are we doing?
This is the best I've ever seen. Nothing could be better. It's absolutely wonderful.
Tremendous.
Tremendous things.
The calm before the storm. The calm
better.
The calm before the storm.
I like the singers.
Chartres Cathedral, the site of a mound, and the subsequent cathedral built upon it. Chartres has always been one of the most sought-after places of pilgrimage in France. Christians would journey far and wide, but before that the Gauls went there in crowds, and still earlier the whole Celtic world. The etymological root of the word Chartres has been traced by scholars to the word Carnutes. The Carnutes were a Gallic tribe which formed part of the larger Gaul civilization that occupied mainland Europe. The Gauls were Celtic peoples and followed an ancient Celtic religion, overseen by religious leaders or high priests known as the Druids. Before France was France, it was Gaul. As scholar Jean Markel writes,
according to Caesar, this Carnute territory was considered the center of Gaul, and it was home to the Great Sanctuary, where all the Druids of Gaul would gather once a year. All traditions, including Caesar's historical testimony, agree that the land of the Carnutes was a huge forest. Therefore, this sacred sanctuary would have formed a nimiton, meaning a clearing in the middle of the forest.
Historian of Chartres Cathedral, Suchet, writes,
It stands at the highest part of town, on an elevation where, according to our ancient records, there was once a sacred wood in which the druids gathered to make their sacrifices and devotions. Could very well have been an omphalos, a symbolic center of the world.
This is a dolmen. Archaeologists and historians inform us that many were previously covered with earth to form what is commonly understood as a mound. This has led many to conclude that dolmens were burial chambers or megalithic tombs. Louis Charpentier, however, has a different conclusion. The French have a very special connection with their Gothic and medieval past. Charpentier is another in a long line of French writers that have spoken on the esoteric side of Gothic. As Charpentier claims, the Celtic megalithic stones, the dolmens, the menhirs, etc., were placed in very specific locations that mark significant areas where the Rouvir was present. Rouvir is a very old Gaulish word, and it signifies the snake, the serpents that glide on the ground, and by extension, to rivers that snake and to currents that snake through the ground. Today we call these serpents telluric currents. They are often represented in mythology as winged serpents, sirens, or dragons.
Dragons, Blackbird.
The Gothic has always eluded attempts to fix its origin. It appears suddenly, without preamble, towards 1130s. In a few years it reaches its apogee, born whole and entire without experiment or miscarriage. The Gothic appears at one blow, complete, whole, and throughout the West. One can hardly believe, writes Regine Pernaud, that such a development, at the same time so vigorous and so swift, can have been due to a new decorative formula.
In Notre Dame de Paris, Victor Hugo tells us that before the Renaissance and the rise of the printing press, architecture functioned as a principal type of language. Our ancestors wrote their stories in stone, with carvings. Years later, in 1922, another enigmatic Frenchman, Falconelli, told us that the cathedrals were encoded with a secret language, an argotique. Argotique is a play on the word argot, as reference to slang, or as a language particular to all individuals who have an interest in communicating their thoughts to each other without being understood by those around them. It is also a reference to the Argonauts, who So
it's like talking in symbology without other people understanding, like sign language.
Like teenagers do.
Yeah, and it's also...
their moms don't know.
Argot is also mold that grows on bread that, people eat.
How the Argo ship spoke the Argo language.
What up, Super
Argotique is primitively a secret, Kabbalistic alchemical language, a system of communication that only the initiated or the adept can decipher. And this language refers to alchemy and what is known as the Great Work. And if this is correct, that the...
So, Singeman, you there? How long have you been doing the great work for in alchemy?
Gothic cathedrals carry encoded or encrypted instructions relating to alchemy.
Yeah, they said alchemy, the great work, and you're always telling me how you're doing such great work, So
yes, my illustrations.
Yeah.
Are
well, the alchemy,
actual
the alchemy end of the pie.
Yes, you put the illustrations, the alchemy into the illustrations in the ink, and
yeah.
Each dot represents.
And you're searching for the Sorcerer's Stone still? Have you found it
no,
yet?
I illustrate the actual. It's this thing called the Singe plan. It just comes to me, and I have files. You'll see.
Well, when you find the Sorcerer's Stone, the key to longevity, you let me know.
That means that those who built them knew exactly what they were doing. That Gothic did not arise as an architectural style, but as a mode to deliver a message.
Nice.
And perhaps even to perform a function. But how to read this secret language? All cryptograms require a cipher, or
Yes, we have people around the clock working on this music to get this done. This is what it takes.
Key in order to be deciphered or decoded. The problem is finding the right key. Doors, however, are not opened without a key, nor without a key word. One has to look for them. Not only is Chartres Cathedral one of the greatest masterpieces of Gothic architecture, it is also one of the best preserved. It is a Pandora's box of enigmas that, if opened, lead the curious down many different avenues of investigation.
Yes.
The cathedral's secrets abound. On the summer solstice at precisely midday,
so cathedral, cathode,
a ray of sunlight comes through a small space in the stained glass window, named in honor of Saint Apollinaire, and strikes a particular stone in the transept. As Louis Charpentier writes,
someone, at some time in the past, had taken the trouble to leave an empty space, minute perhaps, in a stained glass window. Someone else had taken the trouble to pick out a particular flagstone, different from the rest of those which constitute the floor of the cathedral. A concerted attention was at the bottom of this. Stonemason and glazier obeyed an order. It was given them by an astronomer.
Another riddle is found in the cold, darkened northern section of the cathedral. During the Great Christian era, in the Middle Ages.
So that's pretty cool. An astronomer gave a stonemason a code to put a special little piece of glass in the window so it hit a special little spot on the floor.
Ages, pilgrims would journey far and wide to visit Chartres. Once at the cathedral, they went in procession by a passage on the north side, which leads to the crypt, to visit a grotto underneath the church, where the sacred statue was to be seen. This statue was the Our Lady of Under the Earth.
Singeman, before they show us the sacred statue, what do you think it is a statue of? Because I know you know.
Okay. Female breastises.
Earth, or the Black Virgin, or Black Madonna.
Close.
A figure steeped in high mystery, carved in the hollowed-out trunk of a pear tree and very ancient, representing the Holy Virgin, seated with the infant God on her knees. Jesus. Age had blackened it, for it was made not by Christians, but before the birth of this Savior by Druids, pagan priests to whom a prophetic angel announced that a virgin would give birth to a god.
When Christians first came to Chartres, they found her in the Druid grotto. The original
none of that which sounded good to me.
statue is no longer and has been replaced with a replica.
See?
It has also been moved.
Women that are hot.
During the Middle Ages, the cathedral and its crypt have been built over the original grotto. This grotto, Charpentier claims, is a Celtic or Druidic dolmen, or dolmenic chamber.
Telluric currents are natural electrical phenomena in the Earth or its bodies of water. Scientists have located 32 distinct mechanisms that cause Earth electricity. One of the primary causes is said to be due to the interaction between solar wind and the ionosphere. These interactions above result in geomagnetic anomalies, which induce the telluric currents in the ground. The telluric currents flow in the surface layers of the Earth, and scientists can use them to explore underground structures for mining exploration, petroleum exploration, mapping of fault zones, monitoring tectonic plates, and magma chambers. The telluric currents are present in groundwater, and the ionized water's interaction with rock ore produces a unique phenomena. As ionically charged fluids travel in porous rock, an electrical current is created by the motion of the suspended ions. This electrical chemical effect found in the ore bodies is akin to commercial electrochemical batteries in magnitude. Patents have been developed with the intention of harnessing this form of telluric current electricity. As early as the 1840s, scientists were experimenting with earth batteries in Hyde Park by immersing metal wires in moist soil or water from the earth. They found that the moist earth established an electric current, which was used in the development of the telegraph systems.
The simplest and first thing to do, Charpentier writes, was evidently to trace these currents to their source, in Earth herself, in the cavern. Where there was no cavern, or if it was unsuitable, they made an artificial one. For the Celts was a dolmenic chamber, for the Christians the crypt. The dolmen, or later crypt, was required, he writes, because it exemplified the high secret of the musical stone. the stone under tension. As we see with the dolmen, the table, submitted to two contrary forces, its cohesiveness and its weight is thus in a state of tension and is susceptible of vibration, like the stretched piano string. It is at the same time an accumulator and an amplifier. The potency of the telluric wave attains its maximum force in the dolmenic chamber, which acts like a resonant drum. And this is central to the functioning of the dolmenic chamber and why dolmens were found in mounds.
Nice.
Dolmens would not work as well, according to Charpenter, unless they were buried within the earth. Byzantines and the Romans constructed, above ground, a resonance chamber, the original cave, utilizing cupola and concave vault. But such a vault, static, heavy, but without tension, is incapable of vibration. These kind of resonant chambers are not the same because they are above ground. Victor Hugo alludes to this in Notre Dame de Paris when he states,
"In the Middle Ages, once a building was completed, there was almost as much of it in the ground as outside. In cathedrals, it was, as it were, another cathedral underground, low, dark, mysterious. These mighty buildings, whose method of formation did not simply have foundations, but so to speak, roots. Thus churches, palaces, fortresses had earth up to their waists."
medieval cathedrals were deliberately buried,
The actual
perhaps
voice
as
of
resonant
Victor
dolmenic
Hugo.
chambers, their lower halves like roots connected with the telluric earth below. The word cathedral is very similar to the word cathode. The root of kath stems from the Greek kata, which means down, and the Hittite katan, meaning below, underneath. Furthermore, a cathode stems from the Greek kathodos, which means descent or way down. If there is any significance in the word cathedral and its relationship to electricity, then it likely relates to something that is coming from underneath, i.e. the telluric currents. Perhaps this is the reason why the mound at Chartres was selected as high importance by the Celtic Druids, because it provided the right geography for a buried dolmenic chamber. And this chamber was later integrated into and recalibrated as the Christian crypt of Chartres Cathedral, resting place of the Black Virgin. And it wasn't just Our Lady of Under the Earth, the Black Virgin, that Christian pilgrims travelled far to honour. It was also to asperge themselves with the living waters, which come from a well which opens in the crypt.
The Well of Chartres seems to
So all the cathedrals underneath had something called the living waters, which came from underneath.
have had special importance, either because its water
So
has
this
special
linked to
qualities,
the-
or because it was thought to exercise.
What's up? The waters below, the living waters.
So you think that's linked to the fountain of youth type thing?
No, it helped them power everything. The waters
Correct.
came in.
But do you think that might be linked to what when they're searching for the fountain of youth? That might be something.
Yeah. Do you remember that when Jesus talked to that lady at the well?
That.
What happened? Go ahead, explain it.
Like, Jesus talked to some woman at the well, and like she wanted to drink living water.
That's what she
said.
Sounds so like that.
She said,
Fountain of youth.
Jesus said to her, "If you knew who it was who asked you for a drink, you'd ask him for a drink of the living water. He would give it to you." And then so she called him Lord and asked for the living water. And, she got it.
Okay, cool. So it's not
Yeah.
really a physical youth. You don't become a baby. You
I don't know. Look it
feel,
up.
You,
Look it up.
You
Look
see
up
the
living.
eyes to
Look
the
it up.
world
Look up living waters
of
in
a
the Bible.
child.
Look up
You can
living
s-
waters in
when
the
you
Bible.
when you're in youth.
It's magic.
Then you see the God.
See what it really says.
Well,
let's
in
not
my
let's not make assumptions. Let's just look it up. What does it say?
These aren't
Power.
assumptions. I'm saying. What are you
It
talking
is
about? What did you want me to
I'm
look up?
using the living waters to
Do
just
the
say
work.
it.
Deep.
What did you
And
want
the
me to
water
look up?
table lies
Those
about
weren't
30
assumptions. What I
meters
just
deep.
said.
The crypt.
Want to use look up.
I was
living
not
waters.
assuming anything I just said.
I know. I'm saying.
What do you want me to look up?
Look up living waters in the Bible. I said it like 5 times.
Recent topographical readings show that the bottom of the well is located a little bit below the level of the Eure River.
33 Masonic meters deep, or 108 feet. From the floor of the choir above the crypt, it is 37 meters to the bottom of the well. And it is another 37 meters from the choir floor to its ceiling. Chartres Cathedral is a mathematical masterpiece. And just like the motif of the Virgin giving birth to an infant, the special and holy emphasis on water traces back to Celtic origin.
The Dolmenic arrangements always included a well of this kind. The Druids practiced a form of water baptism, which is classic in every ritual of initiation.
A holy well, much like
initiation ritual,
this one, where the living waters from deep within the earth usher forth into a Dolmenic chamber.
You see? The waters usher in from deep within the earth into a Dolmenic chamber. You see how that works? And then they hit it with the organs and the frequencies and the pipe organ and all that.
A Celtic tradition and practice that was later absorbed and integrated into Christianity. And it may have been this Celtic tradition that led to the development of the Gothic form in the first place. As Charpentier explains,
it is necessary that one regards the cathedral as a musical instrument, designed to amplify waves that have some sort of relationship with the underground current of water. For the cathedral is a musical instrument that makes use of resonance. This is certainly why its principal part is the emptiness, which constitutes its sound box.
The cathedral is a musical instrument.
All the master craftsmen's art and science went to the tuning with this emptiness in quality, volume, and tension of the stone that gives it dimension. In the dolmen, the edifice is connected with the water through the well that existed originally at the level of the choir in every cathedral.
The existence of a well, originally at the level of the choir in every cathedral, appears important. The Romanesque cathedrals were all upgraded during the 12th and 13th centuries with Gothic choirs in the east. Perhaps this is why, an upgrade to their stone musical instruments. But perhaps Charpentier is just another enigmatic French writer in our history. What about the actual evidence? The well in the crypt of Chartres is not the only one. Countless medieval holy sites have a history connecting them to wells and water. Various scholars have explored the role of resonant cavities in the history of architectural acoustics. And it is no mystery that the history of the cathedral is inextricable.
I studied resonant cavities in the history of architectural acoustics for about 4 years in college. I got my degree in resonant cavities in the history of architectural acoustics, but I couldn't get a job.
Linked with the music of the choir, the organ, and the bells. There is also evidence of stone acting in an amplifying manner upon sound.
Can you hear me? Yes. You can. What on earth? Is it the key?
It's difficult to explain and capture this phenomenon on film, but the hollowed out cavity that runs from one end of the arch to the other is able to amplify a whisper to an audible level. One person sits at one end of the arch and another at the other end, and you whisper to each other. The arch carries a sound and amplifies it to such a degree that it sounds as if the opposite person was standing right next to you. Anyone can test this for themselves at Liverpool Cathedral, and it makes you wonder just what influence grander arches such as this have upon sound quality and structure. And it's not just Liverpool. Gloucester Cathedral features a whispering gallery above its choir, which amplifies the whispers of those standing at the other end. Liverpool Cathedral was completed in 1978, one of the first real cathedrals erected in England since the Reformation in the 16th century. Following the Industrial Revolution,
he said erected,
where templated machine-cut stone and artificial pseudo-stone were used en masse to erect countless imitations of the medieval ogival form, we see an emphasis on building a cathedral that honored, as close to possible in the modern world, the traditional method of medieval stonemasonry. The cathedral sits upon St. James's Mount, a mound with significant elevation in the city. Just like Chartres, this site was used as a stone quarry since at least the 16th century. It was later transformed into a cemetery. Ramps led to arcades that were used as catacombs. The new classical style of the site is very much of the 1700s. And in 1773,
you see all those
as
layers?
quarrying progressed,
That looked like the Tower of Babel.
Oh.
Base of it.
I'm almost there.
Those ramparts look like
Right there.
Babylonians.
I wonder why they're called Google
Dude,
Babel.
Look.
Babble it.
Oh, I got that verse for you, Ray.
Hey, dude, babble it.
What verse? What are you talking about?
You told me to look up the Bible verse.
Oh yeah. You guys found them. All right.
Oh yeah, I found
Bible
them.
sounds like babble.
All right. The
That's
living
weird.
waters. The living waters. All right. What do we got?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, I looked it up too.
Zechariah 14, verse 8.
Is that the same one you found, Singe?
No, I don't need to look it up. I went to catechism when I was a child.
Yeah, he had the direct injection living waters.
I don't even know what that is. All right. Whatever. Go ahead.
I'll read it for you, all right? It says, on that day, life-giving waters will flow out from Jerusalem, half toward the Dead Sea and half toward the Mediterranean, flowing continuously in both summer and winter.
All right. So
Okay, here's what I got. Was the real fountain of youth is the living word and water, which comes from our Savior Jesus Christ, the Lord God, through His Son Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So see how it is the fountain of youth? But boom, baby.
Yeah, you did. You found it, huh?
And though this waters we reap the benefits of our sufferings and sacrifices for the Lord, we'll be free of all pains, age, and corruption when we enter into the kingdom of God. Oh, well, I see it also as a mental thing. You feel young.
So what is it trying to tell us?
That
I don't want to do too much thinking. Figure it out for me.
what's trying to tell us?
All right, it's pretty easy.
What are you saying? There's a lot of things. What?
What are you getting out of this? Are you getting anything out of this?
What's the verse? That specific verse trying to tell us? Is that what you're saying?
All of them. The living waters. What do you guys think?
That just be good and love God and love everybody. Basically, that's
when you believe in His message, when you believe the gospel that Jesus preached, the kingdom of God, then
it's pretty easy. Just like the hippie,
it comes into you, and then it like grows out into a big flowing river of living water. Like
just
you
be
have,
a hippie, like your
you have
friend
the
on
capacity
LSD all
to
the time.
preach and to give the word of God from your own mouth. It builds up inside of you where you can just praise God.
You say it way better than me. I'm all
right
esoteric about it, but you got it really down.
But what does that have to do with the reason why they call the waters below the living waters?
Because they used water for those too.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. The actual physical. Maybe it was blessed. I don't know. I'll look further.
They said it was water from what's in the earth.
Not a physical.
They had a fountain. They had a fountain where the pool of Shiloh, where people would go to be healed when an angel would come dip itself in the waters, and it would make the water heal people. That's really a story in the Bible.
So maybe these waters had healing properties.
The
too.
pool of Bethesda. Says
I mean, we wouldn't be able to get to the living waters now. I don't think. I mean, maybe in some of these old cathedrals, but like, there's probably so many layers. Like, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a fucking.
I mean, that looks like to me like the base, one base layer of the Tower of Babel.
No, but look, that's the buildings. That's the buildings up there, dude. So that's street level.
Yeah, and then there's more buildings under that.
That's pretty cool. I never thought about connecting the Bible with this stuff because it's interesting.
Well, that's
I like your way of thinking.
Well, that's
think of like
that's the whole point, Singe, man. Because the mud flood to me is probably the Great Flood. in the
That's
Bible.
it's one connection I've seen. Yes.
And by them hiding the mud flood, they're hiding the Bible. By them hiding the Bible, that like, all right, so they're saying like, you know, if there was no, like, the mud flood could prove that the Great Flood was real, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if they're trying to cover it up, then they're trying to cover up that the Bible was real, which covers up Jesus was real, which covers up God was real.
Which makes it an antichrist spirit.
So that's why I'm into this research.
Much of the 1700s. And in 1773, as quarrying progressed, they discovered a spring at the site. It wasn't long before people started claiming that the water was helping their ailments and making them feel good. What's more curious is that the west section of Liverpool Cathedral, which forms the nave, is also called the Well. There are no documents of a well ever existing in this location, but there are tunnels that run directly below this portion of the cathedral.
Nice.
In his book, Peter Canarley writes, preparation of the foundations for the west front was hampered by the presence underground of an old collapsed tunnel, which had been excavated in the 18th century to give access to the quarry.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Wooden Nichols.
The tunnel entrance has been bricked up. Currently, it is not known where this tunnel leads.
Charpenter claims that the ancients, including Christians, took to establish their cult sites over points that were tellurically potent.
Yes.
Notre Dame, Chartres, Mont Saint Michel, and
Singeman always puts his occult sites over potent places too.
hundreds of other medieval structures were built over former pagan sites. Perhaps Liverpool Cathedral exists on an ancient Celtic site. All the signs are there, and in light of that assumption, the decision to construct the cathedral from real stone and with traditional stone masonry technique.
Singeman does this all the time. I see him. Woodworking, stone masonry. He's got it down, dude.
Makes sense, for the dolmens were stone. We know through cymatics that sound and vibration has a profound effect on water.
Yes.
But how do telluric currents enter the equation? We know they are present underground and in water. It's as if all the pieces of the puzzle are there waiting to be connected, but we're missing another key.
Interesting.
Charpenter claims that patients were looked after in the bosom of Earth herself, close to the dolmenic chamber, with water from the well.
Wow.
The really ill.
Look, patients were, the really ill. Patients were looked after in the bosom of the earth herself, in the dolmenic chamber next with the water of the well. The ill.
The paralytics, above all, were healed there. The water was also efficacious for wounds. He also claims that when the Wouvir was in pulsation, men were often visited.
Maybe that's where they get holy water from.
By the Great Illumination.
See?
Could the living waters actually have held healing property, or the ability to transform one spiritually? There does exist an abundance of anecdotal evidence suggesting that well water has healing properties. There are histories documenting well women and the veneration of wells. There is also scientific evidence detailing the beneficial properties of ionized water for human consumption and its positive impact on plant growth. Have you ever noticed that in many medieval cathedral grounds, the most magnificent trees grow? But while the common people may have consumed well water, there is no evidence that they understood the relationship between the water and the telluric currents. There is also no evidence that these currents were ever harnessed to produce some kind of free energy for public use. If water, sound, and the telluric currents ever functioned together to produce an outcome beyond beneficial water consumption and baptism, then there is far more evidence that it has always remained occulted or hidden knowledge, and a practice of the initiated or adept, as belonging to the workings of the Masonic alchemists, and not accessible by the majority. A dolmen is made from stone, and for the alchemist, accomplishing the great work means creating the philosopher's stone, What if Hugo's, Falconelli's, and Charpenter's enigmatic words are suggestive of something bigger? Consider this passage from Victor Hugo's Notre Dame de Paris, in which a character contemplates one of Notre Dame's carved bas-reliefs.
There you go.
He had been busy studying the bas-relief of the main doorway, which represents, according to some, Abraham's sacrifice. According to others, the alchemist's process, portraying the sun by the angel, the fire by the faggots, the operator by Abraham.
Whoa.
Almost 100 years before Falconelli told us
out.
the stone carvings of the cathedrals were encoded with a secret argotique, a secret language that only the adept could read. Hugo describes this hidden language perfectly. The story here is a recalibration of an older or unspoken message that was in. 1. Are they carved from real stone in the traditional way? 2. Do they have a significant underground chamber? And 3. Are they located near water or upon an older, more ancient site? Why did the Gothic style appear all over Europe at the same time? Did someone give an order? And who built them? They left their marks in stone, but not much else is known apart from some clues. And what is the significance of the Holy Virgin in the crypt? No doubt you've heard of the Knights Templar, but what about the man responsible for creating them? Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, a leading member of the Cistercians, and who some maintain was the last druid in the West. He also had a special, cult-like devotion to the Virgin Mary, Virgini Parature, the Black Virgin.
Yeah. So, where are we? We still here? All right, cool. Some water. So, here we go. You see a different kind. This is like, I don't know what he was talking about. Water, sound, telluric currents. Just looking. They got them mapped out, it looks like. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Okay. Whatever. Somehow it works. Alright. So how we doing? Eating on cam. Who's eating? Andrew? Andrew, are you eating on cam?
Hey. So I'm just doing some work over here.
Are you eating on camera? Who's eating on camera?
I'm playing over here. I'm doing 10 things at once. I should probably concentrate on one. But I'll at least do 3. So hey, what are you guys doing? What?
I was gonna take a 2-minute break, but what do you want to do?
Mudmorial Day. You
want to talk
remembering
for a few minutes?
the mud.
Go ahead.
And
well, Jesus healed a blind man when he spit on the ground and put mud in his eyes and told him to wash in the pool of Siloam. But I found that Bible verse if you wanted me to read it.
Oh, what? Yeah, go ahead.
The water.
Oh, here I'm reading it now. The day on which Jesus made the mud open the man's eyes was Sabbath. Therefore, the Pharisees also, however, received a sight. He put mud on my eyes and washed it. Now I see. Wow, that must have been. People are like, dude, we told you to wash your face. No, I'm kidding you. That must have been like, wait, we knew you were blind. What the heck? How can you see now? Because we've known you for like 10 years and you're blind. So obviously, you're crazy stuff. So, okay. What? I want everybody, I want to meet this new Jesus. Everybody, I could imagine, dude. Everyone's like, I got to meet this Jesus guy. And then also, obviously, the trolls and the haters. I got to get this Jesus guy. He's making too many people have. Yeah, it's always trolls and haters, even without the internet.
Profits have drastically gone down since Jesus showed up.
Say what? What did?
Religious profits have drastically gone down. The increase is
any impactful ones. Yeah. But yeah, you can just find them by the dozens. Okay, so
any luck on the
should we play a song?
Any luck on the theme for my channel? What?
Oh no, I haven't done anything. I've been really busy, but I'll talk about it in a minute.
Those guys
come back. Let's talk about it right now. What do you want? Oh yeah.
I'm here, guys. I'm just taking a little break. I'm letting you guys do your thing. Why, you need me to play some music?
No, I'm gonna play. Don't worry, I got it.
All right.
I'm talking to. Hey, yeah, send me some stuff. Or well, I'll show you where to upload it. But send me some like footage of your town, stuff that you might want in the opening, maybe, or maybe a couple shots of you or something like that. You send me some stuff, not too much, like 5 or 10 minutes of footage that I can work with.
You have to remember Wayne's World, right?
Yeah, and I was watching it and I was going to download parts of it, but I was like, no, I'll just do it myself.
Cool.
Okay. Hey.
I was thinking about doing it myself, but then I might take away from your glory.
No. Yeah, do whatever you want. But, yeah, send me some, as Nasa would say, send me some footage. But I actually prefer film or video files, but footage will work too. They were talking about.
I got more. That's not
okay. We'll play a song after that.
What? Who wants to play a song? Who's gonna play?
No, I was about to. I didn't know you were gonna.
Rasta.
Go ahead.
Yo. Here we go. What's up?
Rasta.
You're full screen and you're live. What are you doing?
I'm downtown right now. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'm at the Rose by the Rose Festival. See, this is the Max train going past me right now.
Nice.
And I'm down here. They're about to shoot off some fireworks. You see there, you got the Ferris wheel right behind me.
Nice.
And there's these guys over here across the street. They're smoking some meth or some crack over there.
Nice.
And then let me see if we got tents right here. It's
cool.
Tents down here. And yeah, I just got a really good interview with this guy. I'll post it here in a little bit. About the the fentanyl crisis that's going on. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of good information to share. And so I'm down here. I got my skateboard right now.
I have a question. I have a question about the current fentanyl crisis.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
And
yeah, it's pretty
I'm
bad,
just cruising. I can't really hear you very well, so that's why I'm talking a lot. But over here's some more tents. This is by the Morrison Bridge right here. And yeah, it's a beautiful night here in Portland.
It's a beautiful day
so
in the
nice.
neighborhood.
It's like perfect weather. Look, you can see the moon up there. So you see the moon.
Nice.
Shining bright up in the sky. And the breeze is blowing. And I just went to reggae on the patio down here and did some dancing and hanging out with some peoples.
That building looks like the Prudential Center.
Let me see. I don't know why I cannot hear though on here. Like it's. Let me see if I can turn. Let me see if I can turn up the volume audio. Let's see the speakerphone. Yeah, I don't know. That's right. We're boots on the ground, baby. Right here. Shall I see if I can talk to these people real quick?
Yeah. Interview someone. Interview someone.
All right. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to do an interview here right now. See what these guys are up to. How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Oh, great.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, just,
you need help with anything?
I don't know. What are you helping with?
Well, no. I'm curious.
Oh, well, I'm actually trying to interview people about the situation, what's going on, like, you know, with like I heard that this Trank stuff just got to town here recently.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but
You seem more uppity though than the Downers.
Yeah, like that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got quite a history.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the blues. You got what? The fin. It's all bad. I mean,
it is.
I was saw a guy. He died yesterday, and you know we were right there. He lost both his legs, and you know whether he did it to himself to bow out because he didn't have legs, or just got tired of it, or you know it's an accidental. We don't know.
And they probably lost his legs due to drug use.
Absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
Because I've seen that happen more than a few times. That people, you know, they end up, you know, doing
especially intravenous. You know?
Yeah, that's
so,
bad.
But you know, if you're not taking care of yourself, showering, people are spending too much time on their feet. You know, and that's what happens. You know?
Yeah, I see people with swelled up feet all the time.
All the time.
It's like, yeah, not getting enough hygiene.
Yeah, and they're not staying off food. You know? So it's just really quite sad. The drug laws, of course, everybody voted for it.
Yeah.
But they're going to reverse it.
Yeah, they will eventually.
They are. They're in the process now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They're definitely going to, you know, flip it. They do that every few years anyway. You know, like they turn the faucet on, they turn the faucet off.
It's really bad in California. You know, on the yards there. You know, I did time there, and 17 years I did there right now. And you know, it's no joke there. But you know, it's just something that is really sad. But I mean, it's how a lot of people do their time. You know.
Yeah.
So you don't feel. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, a lot of people have given up
hope. Really good at that here in America and throughout this world.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel.
Yeah.
Everything's bad. We drink. We drunk.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been responsible for that before. You know, like I've been right there. I'm sober now. I couldn't even smoking weed like a month ago. So, but like I've been there.
But then I
give them an inspirational message. Give them an inspirational message.
Point where, you know, I'm not getting any younger, and I want to have, you know, everything.
Yeah.
And so I can't do that. You know,
yeah.
I don't have to get all my ducks in order, and then from there, then do, you know, I'll be set.
Yeah. Do you live down here on the?
I do right now.
Do you live like on the corner here, or is it? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. This whole area here in
Shanty Town.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of good people. It's just unfortunate, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah,
you know, it is. You know, it is what it is, and you know we're just happy to be here. All the fireworks are starting right now. Look at
nice. This. Yeah. Let's get them. Get them.
This is the big display for the opening of the Rose Festival.
Beautiful. Memorial Day fireworks. Boom, baby.
Yeah, these are some big fireworks going off now.
I didn't see no fireworks on anyone else's live streams tonight.
Look at this.
Boom. Nice. I can feel it.
Let's see if I can turn on landscape.
Yeah, James in America. James in Germany.
Roman candles, baby.
That's right, Roman candles. Yeah, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, it is.
What's your name?
Boom.
Fine. Nice to meet you. Fine. I'm Andrew. My name's Andrew. Okay. Yeah, nice to meet you.
You too. Good luck on all that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you talking to me. Have a great night. Yeah, that was the interview here on the corner here now. We're at the fireworks. Now, get some good views. Look at this. Boom, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby. Bing bong. Nice. Oregon. I think Portland.
America.
This is live. This is live fireworks show. Boots on the ground. Rasta Bear. And what channel brought you the best footage of the Portland, Oregon fireworks show on Memorial Day? 5 channels did. 5 channels brought it to you. Not just one. Enjoy. And we're on Odyssey too. Thumbs up. We need them.
Doing the willies on the motorcycles.
Oh, cool. Get them. They do that here too, like 50 of them in a row. Oh, it's going off where you're at. It's jumping off.
This is epic.
Dude, it is. It really is a good show. They did it up for you guys.
Check out all these people here.
Yeah.
We got the girl over here with the giant.
Hey, Rasta, yell at everybody right now. You're live on YouTube.
Did you win that tonight? Oh, wow, good job. That's awesome. That's really cool. What game did you play to win that?
Yeah, crossbow game.
Crossbow game.
Yeah.
Nice. That thing's epic.
Oh, yeah. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I bet.
Did
you get it on the first try or
second try? But nice. I've never won anything this
so
big.
So you can win at these games.
You can.
You can win at the games.
You just gotta.
That thing's huge.
Look at
you. Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome. L.A. Young says it's awesome too.
Oh.
This is in Portland, I think. Wow, they got a lot of different colors.
They got.
It's very colorful.
They got different performers that perform music down here for the Rose Festival. It's like a 2-week festival.
Where's the performers at? Where's the music at? Where's it at? Oh, right here.
There's Morgan.
There's Morgan.
Camping everywhere.
There's Morgan.
Years ago, my kids, we got to see Nas at the Rose Festival. Nostradamus. It was super dope.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk to him here in a minute. See what he has to say. Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah. Approach him.
Check out this motorcycle. This thing's sweet.
What do we got? Nice. Harley? Maybe, perhaps.
Oh. Alright, let's see. A little bigger than me.
Boots on the ground Rasta stream.
Things are happening.
Wow. Yeah. It looks cool. They've been going for a while too. The grand finale is always at the end. When they light a whole bunch of them at the very end. Boom, baby. Yeah, there you go. I'm sparking up.
Do the grand finale.
I'm sparking up a firework of my own.
Grand finale. People. I like those. This must be the grand finale. Maybe, I don't know, maybe even longer.
Oh. Yeah, I got it on the TV. The colors look really good. Why not?
Okay.
It's Memorial Day. Why not?
I had to go walk the dog. Did I miss anything?
Just a fireworks show from Portland Live. It's still going. It's still going on though.
1,000 subs. I see. 1,000 subs.
Yeah. Singe Man needs 1,000 subs.
Yeah, you think the community would have got me 1,000 subs by now, but I guess I don't matter.
after all you've been put through.
They'd be like, "Hey, just going over there, some like we did everybody else for the past 4 or 5 years." But
No.
not for me because
You didn't make.
we are the hard edge of flat Earth.
I didn't make the cut either. I'm almost there though.
That's cool because it means that among the odd outcasts in the world, I'm even odder and more outcast.
No, it's like it's like
outcast among the outcasts.
Singe Man. It's like when you're trying out for like the basketball team in elementary school in like the 5th grade, and you really want to be on the team, but you really think that you're good, but you just don't make the cut. You know what I mean?
I guess I'm just retarded. That's what I've been saying. I must just be retarded.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice. At least they make it nice and colorful for all the homeless people around there.
Since they're all high, they might as well trip out on the color.
Yeah.
Oh man. So if you're an advocate for the homeless and like to help the homeless, there's a great place you can go right there. Although one only needs to look in your nearest town. Everybody has homeless people. It's crazy. But here Okay, there's a difference. I've been saying homeless is you don't want to be homeless. Homeless is you want to become homed. Now, if you don't want to become home, you're an outdoorsman.
Wow.
Wow.
It's been going a while.
That reminds me of NASA.
This is near you, random fan. This is near you.
What goes up must come down.
Grand finale.
Nice.
Yep.
Would you rather have a 1 foot lanyard keychain or a 2 foot lanyard keychain?
Random fan, this is in Portland, Oregon, where you are. Somewhere.
Random fan should meet up with the Rasta Bear and they should
Do something.
smoke some worms. Something like that.
Do something.
LA Young, my favorite Carolina gal.
Here we go.
LA Young, the hottest girl in South Carolina. LA Young, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
That was the finale.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Oh, that was one of the best finales.
At the end. Yeah. At the end, dude.
Boom,
Yeah.
baby.
Boom, baby.
That was real deal right there.
That was
so powerful. Those lights at the end.
That was the real deal. Holyfield.
Wow.
Whoa.
Good job. But great work.
Because I can't hear very well. That almost burst my eardrums just like listening to that.
That's our correspondent in the field, Rasta Bear in Portland, live.
What's that?
I said you're our correspondent in the field.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and talk to these one guys right here, and then I'm gonna log out.
I'll put you full screen. All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go
Would
talk.
you rather have a 1 foot lanyard or 2 foot lanyard?
Here we go. That was quite the finale. That was awesome. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
How you doing tonight?
Definitely.
What do you think of the fireworks? They're pretty awesome. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Well, he didn't seem like much one to talk. But
he's like, get away from me. Yeah.
Who's inside of a tent here? You can see there's like foil on the thing.
What?
Dwelling. That's probably his dwelling right here on the sidewalk. You know, he's got some aluminum foil, some frosted flakes.
Nice.
Tell him to kick down.
Oh, we got a bucket drummer up here.
Go to him and say, hey, dude, kick down.
Go to the bucket drummer.
Let's check him out for a second. The bucket drummers are the best.
Just walk around saying doses.
On the bucket. Let's see what he's got.
Doses.
Wow. I used to have those shorts. I got them at Walmart. He's good.
Walmart's a great place. Just like savior of the land. I don't know how we could ever have lived without it.
We got everything here.
Hold on. Let's get it. I was trying to get a clean drum track.
So now I'm walking up the street here. What did you think of the fireworks?
That was awesome, man.
That was the best finale ever, huh? That was
really good.
That was massive. That was really good. Yeah, that was so good. Really glad I caught that. I forgot they were having the fireworks tonight. Were you at the festival in there?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did you catch any of the music?
Oh, yeah, there was some good bands.
Who was the best band you saw?
I kind of like the one that was one at the end doing some covers. They were pretty cool, but then there was a kind of like Jamaican reggae type band.
Nice.
It's kind of a mix.
Yeah, very nice.
Arena.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice. So,
Cool. Did you ride any of the rides?
my son and his friends, they're riding in, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very cool.
I'm meeting them at the car now.
Right on.
You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care. How you doing tonight? Yeah, what are you up to out here? Oh yeah? I was just riding around. We just saw the fireworks. Yeah, right on.
Rasta Bear's out late tonight.
Have a good night down here. Yeah. Yeah, right on. I'll catch you later. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Rasta Bear's walking around out on the late night.
Still across the street. And
just taking a stroll.
So much stuff to see down here. That's why I got my skateboard with me.
Oh, it's a longboard.
Cruise around for a little bit longer. And then after that, I might go home. And if y'all are still on, I will jump back on where I can hear you guys. And
we'll still be here.
Conversation. Might get a few more interviews here, too, I'll upload. And so, yeah, that's my plan. I'm down here just checking stuff out and talking to people. You know, that last guy said that he saw somebody that had his legs chopped off. He died just a couple nights ago.
Yikes.
And there's so many people to talk to, and I haven't really done this before. You know, talk to a lot of these people.
Any UFO sightings?
You know, but they, you know, a lot of them, they like to talk, and you know, some of them though, they just nod out.
They want to tell you their story, but they just don't have the energy. They don't have the energy. They want to tell you.
It's a beautiful mix. We got some brick buildings around here everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah. All kinds of lights. Yeah, over here's a cool brick building. Let's check this brick building out real quick. This one looks like it looks really old. I don't know what it I'll try and do some walking around it and see, but it's all boarded up here.
Yeah, yeah. Is that a door or a window?
The windows are boarded up with this brick.
Yeah. Mud flood windows?
It looks like some pretty old brick.
Yeah.
And the architecture up top there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then right across the street from the bricks, we got this here.
Mud pit?
Got the tents. Let's see, but this building's all boarded up here. I don't know if we can find out much about it. Look at the overhead.
It's a good mud pit.
Boots on the ground.
Let's see this. 721. Oh, and then it's got like an underground, like it's
garage door.
But I wonder what it used to be.
I don't know. A garage door.
Yeah, it used to be a garage door, and it goes down underground now. Who knows how far down that goes? But it's for part. Like you can pay to park there, and then you go down the little hill there, and it could go layers down, like stories below the city.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this building over here is really cool with the lights. And yeah, I might get some food from the food carts coming up here. I haven't really had dinner yet, so I've just been hanging out. Went to reggae on the patio. Look at all these people. And this is our Max here. It's our train.
Dragamaroo.
The tram singer goes taking off up the tracks. And even what the Max runs on is Small Creek. You can see that is, some older stuff. And so, yeah, it's just popping off down here tonight. Tons of people. The Rose Festival just let out for the night. So, like I said, I'm gonna log off here and talk to some people, and I'll get some more video. I've got one interview that I'll upload when I get home with this older gentleman. I was actually at the site where that was on the news a couple days ago, and so it's really relevant. He gave me a lot of really good information on this topic that I'm researching right now, which is the epidemic of the the drug crisis that's happening
Rasta,
all over the country.
Rasta, when you come back on, we're gonna talk about it, dude. Something happened here.
It's all being put out there for the people to take and
I'm gonna text
be
you right
docile. And it's working. It's very wild. So, like I say, I can't really hear you, so I'm gonna log out in a second.
All right.
If you want to come back on the screen or whatever.
Yeah, we're back. I think we're back.
Thanks, Rasta.
Thank you. Yeah, come back in a little while, and we'll cover the opioid.
All right.
Thank you, Rasta. Thank you.
Epidemic. So I'll talk to y'all here in a bit. Maybe I'll log on if y'all are still up.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here.
Much love. Rasta.
Those fireworks are pretty cool. Wow. Did you see those tracks that were like buried in the cobblestone?
Hey, crash dummy. Hey, you crash dummies.
All right, so we just covered the living waters, right?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that.
A little bit.
I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you yet.
No.
No,
We're not.
The burning waters.
Keep it up.
The labyrinth. Walk in the path of the arch. Will you be so kind as to let me indulge in an act of wild speculation for a moment? To connect some dots, even if they remain fanciful. To ask a simple question and see where it leads. It may be helpful later on, but just remember, it's only speculation. For now. Could there exist a cathedral in Antarctica? We have a growing conundrum, a puzzle forming before our eyes. What is the connection between water, sound, and the telluric currents, and their relationship to these medieval structures? Could it be that baptism has a lost or hidden history, and that the living waters were truly restorative and healing? Or that monastic agricultural farmers were actually utilizing electroculture to grow their crops? Or perhaps it's always been one of the best kept secrets, as our French writers suggest, of the initiated alchemists. The path of the arch. Architecture is an interesting word. It stems from the Greek architecton, which directly translates as chief or master builder. Archi or archon meaning chief, and tecton meaning builder. But what's so pertinent is the presence of the word arch in architecture. For it is the master builder who builds in the language of arches. Rounded arches, pointed ogival arches, parabolic arches. And what about the highest of master builders, the Lord God of this world we find ourselves in? He also builds in the language of arches. From our perspective, the celestial hemisphere above takes the form of an arch, or an arc, the luminaries rising from the east and setting in the west. Wherever we go in the world, the celestial arch rotates above our heads. The most beautiful of arches, this life and world, the most
Yeah, I was listening to that.
Stars.
It's coming back.
The majority of medieval ecclesiastical structures are
That's my
cardinally
shitbag
aligned.
microphone.
The choir is deliberately situated in the east and the nave in the west. Why?
Why?
Chartres Cathedral. On the summer solstice at precisely midday, a ray of sunlight comes through a small space in the stained glass window
This
and
is what we were
strikes a
talking about
particular
earlier.
stone in the transept.
Yep.
Why?
Why?
There is also a long history of astronomers using cathedrals to construct meridianas, a meridian line that runs from south to north in a large dark space or building with a hole in its roof and allows one to track the shifting noon position of the
3:33
sun.
seconds.
It seems that almost all civilizations and cultures at some point in history built their structures to align with the sun and stars. There are Egyptian obelisks, which are, in essence, just huge sundial gnomons. Pyramids with chambers that align with the heavens, with architectural features that cast specific shadows on specific dates.
Yep.
Buried spaces and mounds that interact with solstices.
Fact.
Temples that dance with the equinoxes.
Fact.
And perhaps the medieval cathedrals interact with the sun and stars
Yes.
in ways not yet acknowledged.
Perhaps.
Do the spires act as huge sundials? Or are there other tricks like this that cast peculiar shadows and light at specific times and dates? Do the cathedrals align with particular constellations? And why do so many structures all over the world, from all different eras and societies, align with the luminaries? Was it primarily just to track time and keep calendars? Or were our ancestors also monitoring or observing something else? All good questions. The problem is, what if we've only received half of the story, or less? Could there exist a cathedral in Antarctica? Well, that depends on how you define cathedral. If a cathedral is a church, it contains the seat of a bishop and serves as a central hub for a diocese, then no, there is not one in Antarctica. If a cathedral is a hollow, geometric space for the musical vibration, organ, and bells to dance in communion, then no, there is not one. If a cathedral is a place for the worship of God, then perhaps there is one. Just perhaps. And it depends what God we are referring to. But if we go with another definition, that of the cathedral as an astronomical observatory, a space to monitor and track the movements of everything and anything celestial, then yes, there could very well be a cathedral in Antarctica. It's right here. Can you not see it? No, of course you can't, because it's buried beneath your feet. Ice cube. Extending to a depth of 2,500 kilometers and spreading across a cubic kilometer of space, Ice Cube is an underground telescope or neutrino observatory. It's a recognized CERN experiment, and its function is to search for neutrinos. Neutrinos are almost massless particles with no electric charge and that travel from their sources to Earth without being disrupted by magnetic fields. IceCube also works to detect, monitor, and understand air showers from primary cosmic rays. Cosmic rays are the highest energy particles ever observed. They primarily originate from our sun, and their particles can pass through the ground. In fact, there are many types of rays or streams of charged particles.
There are a lot of different rays
that originate from the sun, such as solar, which also influences activity within the Earth's surface. Solar wind has a key role in generating the telluric currents. But before the religion of science sought to build its astronomical cathedrals under the ice desert of Antarctica, and the laboratory priests worshipped their particle gods under the ground, there were others who spoke of these rays and winds. The sun is born of fire. Fire is the soul of the great whole. Its elemental atoms pour and stream continuously over the world in infinite currents. At the points where the currents intersect in the heavens, they produce light. At their points of intersection within the earth, they produce gold. Light, gold, the same thing. Fire in its concrete state. The difference between the visible and the palpable, the fluid and the solid, from steam to ice, that's all. Cosmic rays were discovered at the turn of the 20th century, and solar wind in 1957. But, writing his novel 100 years before this in 1830, it appears that Victor Hugo already knew very well of these elemental particles that pour and stream continuously over the world in infinite currents. He calls these currents the fire, the soul of the great whole. And according to Hugo, this fire is not only responsible for the birth of the sun, but when the fiery currents intersect above, they create light, or stars. When they collide within the earth, they produce the metal gold. Not only does Hugo tell us that there is an inextricable connection between the cosmic currents above and the currents below, but his words on the production of gold are also ahead of their time. For now, scientists know that there is a direct correlation between nuclear fusion, cosmic rays, and the transmutation of metals. They can even produce gold artificially in nuclear reactors and tokamak reactors. You see, alchemy never ceased. But what does this have to do with cathedrals? Ice Cube in Antarctica is not the only underground astronomical observatory. There is SAGE in Russia. There is LNGS, the largest underground research center in the world and located underneath the Gran Sasso mountain in Italy. There are neutrino detectors 2,300 feet underground in the Sudan mine in Minnesota, and the goal is always deeper and bigger. Currently in construction, Supple in Victoria, Australia will venture 2,900 feet underground. And in the small town of Lead, beneath the Black Hills of South Dakota, there is Dune. You take a 10-minute ride down a mine shaft in a mining cage, plunging 4,850 feet, deeper than a stack of 3 Empire State Buildings, into Dune, and then the mining cage opens into a cavern the size of a cathedral, basked in the white fluorescent light characteristic of research laboratories. Inside this cavern sits a 72,000-gallon water tank. Inside the tank, a titanium flask is suspended like a bell from a 3-legged structure. A giant water tank. Why? Look at the Kamioka Observatory, which sits underneath Mount Ikeno in Japan. 50,220 metric tons of ultra-pure water. A lot of these detectors are just giant tanks filled with purified water and lined with sensitive photomultiplier tubes, which are basically just fancy cameras designed to capture the elusive blue flash produced by Cherenkov radiation. Every once in a while, as these particles stream through the Earth, a neutrino crashes into an electron and sets off a stream of offspring particles. If the crash happens in a material where the particles can travel faster than the speed of light in that material, they emit a streak of blue light, known as Cherenkov radiation. But in order to detect this rare and random event, scientists and engineers need a material that is both packed with electrons as well as transparent to light so that the Cherenkov radiation can be observed. So what is both dense, transparent, and available in large quantity on our planet? Water. This is why Ice Cube is situated in Antarctica. The ice there is particularly transparent and clear enough for them to observe the Cherenkov light. And what a beautiful and mystical colour. A truly profound hue of blue. Some might even describe it as Chartres blue. The celestial light in the water.
Nice.
And indeed, the litanies teach us that the Virgin is the vase that contains the spirit of things, vase spiritual. On the table, at the height of the chest of the Magi, there is on one side a book, or a series of gold pages or plates, and on the other side, a vase full of a celestial, astral liquor, composed of a third wild honey, 1 part of terrestrial water, and a 3rd part of celestial water. The secret, the mystery lies in the vase. Falconelli's cryptic words on the relationship between alchemy and the cathedrals are particularly interesting here. What is this vase full of celestial astral liquor, which is composed of 1 part terrestrial water and another part celestial water? He elaborates further. It's an occult agent, a secret fire, which, to give an idea of its shape, looks more like water than a flame. This fire, or burning water, is the vital spark communicated by the Creator to the inert matter. It is the spirit enclosed in things, the imperishable igneous ray, imprisoned at the bottom of the dark, formless and frigid substance. Just as Victor Hugo tells us that the sun is born from the infinite currents, what he calls the fire, the soul of the great whole, Falconelli also uses this specific term, the fire. He calls it the burning water, the spirit enclosed in everything and communicated by the Creator. And it is formed by an igneous, which means fiery ray, imprisoned in the formless dark. Formed from fiery rays, much like the particles of the cosmic rays. Falconelli then redirects his reader to consult an anonymous text, Precepts du Pierre Abraham, to learn more. This primitive and celestial water must be drawn from the body where it resides. The philosophers have given so many names to this water, and it is the universal solvent, the life and health of all things. The philosophers say that the sun and the moon bathe in this water, and that they dissolve themselves into the water, their first origin. It is by this resolution that it is said that they die, but their spirits are carried on the waters of this sea where they are buried. Again, we have an image of celestial water and its inextricable relationship with the luminaries. The waters carry and then bury the spirits or currents that create the sun and the moon, the celestial light. Did the ancients know not only of the telluric currents, the Wuvir, that snakes under the surface of the earth, but also of the Cherenkov radiation, or what we will now refer to as the burning waters, the electromagnetic radiation emitted as the charged particles pass through water, illuminating it in blue? Is this the reason why many cathedrals were built upon old Celtic mounds and go deep underground, sometimes with layers of crypts, tunnels, and deep wells of water beneath? Were the alchemists of old observing and studying the astronomical phenomena beneath the earth as well as above? The primary reason scientists build their neutrino detectors so deep underground or underwater is to block out cosmic radiation. Just as we cannot see the stars during the day due to the sun's light, cosmic radiation acts similarly, preventing the detection of neutrino interactions. Constructing the detector under a rock or water allows scientists to separate the neutrino interactions from the radiation. It's a form of distillation, not that dissimilar to the proto-science of medieval alchemists, whose activities often focused on separating and isolating different substances and chemicals. And why wouldn't our ancient and medieval ancestors be aware of the telluric currents and have been actively studying and observing astronomical activity within the Earth? Maybe they witnessed the burning waters and understood that they'd seen the hand of God. Is it really that unbelievable and preposterous that the people responsible for devising, constructing, and carving these geometric masterpieces were also studying the astronomical currents above and below? In the 1600s, Athanasius Kircher studied the forces under our feet and published a study, Mundus Subterraneus, in which he argued that there existed interlaced systems of air, fire, and water within the earth. His diagrams and explanations mapping these underground currents and energy systems are very precise and thorough. Was he the only one to do this? Maybe we can never truly comprehend space unless there is a communal understanding of the celestial above and the celestial below. Maybe true space is a natural system of currents within Earth itself, and what we see above is a mere projection, a mirror of sorts.
Yes.
Is it a coincidence that the inner core of the Earth is just as hot as the sun above, as if there are two suns, one above and one below? Perhaps we've only received half of the story when it comes to celestial space and why all civilizations throughout history, no matter what culture or geographical location, often built structures to align with the sun and stars above. Could the structures also align to the celestial world beneath them? Could they have been observing and monitoring the activity of the telluric currents or other energy systems below their feet? Did this give them a better understanding of what was occurring above their heads? Did studying below help them understand the shifting position of the sun above over the course of decades and centuries? Or did it help them understand or prepare for something else, something bigger? Our Lady of Under the Earth, the Virgin. Falconelli asserts that the Virgin is a vase containing the burning waters or celestial astral liquor. Interestingly, Charpentier also uses similar imagery when he claims that the first thing was evidently to trace these currents to their source, in Earth herself, in the cavern, or again, by usage of the water that was impregnated with it. Once again, we have an image of water coming from under the earth, impregnated with some kind of current or celestial substance. The Virgin, the Black Madonna.
The word of the month is impregnated.
Traditionally carved from a specific type of wood that darkened considerably over time, we are told. But there is a different side to the story. One that provides a different kind of origin. Scholars have traced her back to the Celts and Druids, but if the original statue in Chartres and in other medieval cathedrals dates from Druidic times, it cannot be a representation of the Virgin Mary we've come to know. No, for you see, the Celts never represented their gods in human form. These statues are not the originals. What happens to wet wood if subjected to a strong electrical current? What color does it turn? The next junction, 4 doors, 4 different options. But before, electricity. It's interesting to entertain the thought that maybe we were never supposed to utilize electricity like we have. Just like the sun, electricity is also born of that tremendous fire, that soul of the great whole. And perhaps it was always supposed to have remained exclusive to the celestial realm and not harnessed by man for his own evolution. If electricity is part of that vital spark communicated by the Creator to the inert matter, then that means it belongs to the spiritual realm. And if our ancestors were studying the telluric currents and the burning waters below their feet, then perhaps that's why they did it in the house of God. Electricity can establish a connection. How do we know that in utilizing electricity, we didn't tear a hole in the fabric that separates our world from the spiritual world? How do we know that we haven't established a connection with a realm we don't properly understand? A realm of entities of who knows what intentions. Entities who may have used this connection to start developing their own artificial intelligence.
Watch out.
Perhaps electricity was always supposed to be kept within the houses of God, where it could be kept safe by the adept and the initiated. Perhaps this is why our world is the way it is today. But I digress. Back to the 4 doors. We have 4 different options.
Here we go.
And I think I'll pick this time.
Uh-oh. We're fucked.
Bug spray works best.
I think it was over. Alright. Is anyone else here? What are we doing? Do we still have people watching? Hold on a second. You there, Andrew?
The plan might be too expansive. Over here getting new advances, while you over there doing dances. Show you how to move like a dance step. A simple nod of the head can get your man slept. Foreign whip with a foreign bit, bumping foreigner. Shooter got a bag for a body like the coroner. Told him follow my lead, I'm the forerunner. In New Orleans, but I sound like a northerner. We the truth like Sojourner. Been out the loop like 4 summers. Back in the booth doing more numbers. Taking out any oncomers. You were smart, you get a song from us, bitch.
Yo, I'm sick and tired of your trash rhymes. You need to leave the mic alone, I'ma tell you for the last time. Fully auto mag, ready to discharge. Your baby mom's filling up my fridge with her WIC card. I got game and I stay with a thick broad. Money and drugs in a container at the shipyard. My style is aggressive. This a murder message. I hold burners to serve purpose and murder peasants. Slide off and flee the scene with the heat smoking. Kick a nigga in his ass till my feet broken. You couldn't win, nigga, keep hoping. Got your grandmother frying me chicken while she deep throating. Your whole rap style is delicate. You soft, so I be insulting your intelligence. In my closet, it's a whole lot of skeletons. Cause it's the only place where I'm hiding evidence.
Taste the product like cop and yayo. Pass the chronic like hot potato. I'm in charge like I'm Scott Baio. Gotta win, we cannot fail. Clock bell, size of whales on them lock scales. Kill your dogs like some foxtails. They going down like a prop fail. Get them smothered like oxtail. Get your cap peeled back like a hail L. Sending packs through the snail mail.
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat, What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? The Earth's a center, the sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with. Just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comets. I know you want it. Just leave another Houston comet. NASA lost it. The Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. You know it's flat. And there is a bunch of us. Though he's munching on a bunch of snuffle up because you think it's cute, then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best. That's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew. Don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids and asteroids too. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, it's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat.
You slept. Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Let me check if I watched the whole thing. Hold on. You must be right.
Who's sleeping?
I think there's another part to the Ewar thing. He didn't put it out yet, but let me see if I played it all the way through.
Yeah, I don't think the end came yet.
You think I ended it too early, huh?
He,
All right, let me see. I might have. I thought that too, but it was pretty good. Tell me. No, it played all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
that
feel
was
concluded either.
I'll show you guys what that was, so you guys can check it out and you guys can keep an eye on it. Okay. His Ewok. This is his channel. Boom. And if you look, he has this thing called the Labyrinth of the Lost Guild. There's parts 1, 2, 3, and that was part 4. It just came out 10 days ago. So I figured it would be all right. You know, he doesn't mind if I share his stuff. But anyway, so he'll be coming out with a part 5, and it'll explain it more. I'm sure he's working on it.
Nice.
He's working his ass off. I know he's working his ass off. All right. So, what do you want? All right, I'll let you decide since man went to sleep. Do you want to hear about Noah's flood in North America, or 2023 News 17 Best Craziest Examples of the Mandela Effect Quiz and Game Show.
Oh. I kind of want to do both.
We can do both, but I'm saying, which one do you want to do? Where do you want to go with it first?
Mandela Effect Game Show.
You want to go with the Mandela Effect stuff first? I got a ton of Mandela Effect stuff. All right, since we're switching over to Mandela mode.
It's weird, yeah. I've heard somebody else tell a story about it. I got the chorus down. It's the Mandela Effect. We're shifting again. It's the Mandela Effect. Everything's different again. You know? So, yeah, ready? I started looking at the Mandela Effect. It blew my mind. The shit wasn't correct. Trying to figure out just how it connects and what the fuck I was gonna do next. It's the Mandela Effect. We're shifting again. The Monopoly Man. Monocle is missing again. I think they even got to the Michelin Man. In the Statue of Liberty, it keeps switching the hand.
Did you know your reality is being put to the test? The Panama Canal no longer runs east to west. Things you are sure happened never did in this reality. The crunchy cereal with the captain now has the apostrophe. I started noticing changes in like 2014. It was JFK, the six-seater that seemed so obscene. Many people will try and call me a loon, but hold up, wait, they even changed the spelling of Looney Tunes.
Okay. I used to eat a Chick-fil-A every day before they added the K.
So what's causing this? Many want to know. Well, I don't think it's CERN. It's just a magic show. Satanists doing rituals while scamming mad dough. Sounds familiar, like liars that always show us the globe. NASA, NIST, CERN, and more. We really need to show these corrupt agencies the door. I don't think this phenomenon is caused by man. I think it's a great awakening. It may be God trying to contact us the best way he can. For me, Flat Earth, Mandela, and our dreams are all connected. Look at the pull some people in that I can intersect with.
The bridge!
Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. So I didn't screw you over. Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. Alright. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center. The sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with the rocket? I'm not hard to get along with. Just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a conversation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comments. You want it. Leave another useless comment in the morning. The earth is flat. Tell me what you gonna do about it. What you gonna do about it? We know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. Them globies munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best. That's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. With a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. They got asteroids, asteroids, and asteroids too. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, it's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. How did the voice
Very good, bravo.
Did it line up with the beat? You know, and then I got this.
All right, we're back. All right. I had to get myself prepared for this.
I love that song.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That was a mix anyway. That
Those
was
two you played tonight were really awesome.
Yeah, I played a bunch of shit so far. All right, I'm gonna play more music. 2023. New 17 best craziest examples of the Mandela Effect quiz and game show. Let's see. They look pretty cool. I don't know what's happening.
Submitted for your approval. The case of unexplained transformation of events past. Some say colliding parallel universes, or simply millions just remembering things differently, but yet in the same exact manner. The mysteries that are about to unfold before your eyes may lead to a propensity of uncertainty, yet beguilement and distrust of one's own belief of what the truth really is. In a moment, we will all enter the cold gray dawn of the Mandela Effect. Welcome to the 4th annual Mandela Effect quiz and game show. I'll be your host, Papa Crescendo. We start off with this little ditty. Macarena is a dance song by Spanish pop duo Los Del Rio about a woman of the same name. Originally appearing on the 1993 album Me Gusta, a subsequent remix by Miami-based producers The Bayside Boys became an international hit and inspired a dance craze in the latter half of 1996 and part of 1997. Everyone knew this dance, but do you? Which one is correct? Number 1.
Start by putting your right arm in front of you.
Wait up.
Then do the same with your left arm. Take your right
Don't tell me the Macarena got Mandela affected.
hand and rest it on the right side of your head. Do the same thing on the left side of your head with your left hand by putting your right hand on your right hip and your left hand on your left hip. Lastly, move your hips in a circle 3 times before jumping and turning your body 90 degrees to the left.
Number 2.
By putting your right arm in front of you. Then do the same with your left arm. Turn your right palm upwards and then your left palm. Bend your right arm and put your right hand on your left shoulder. Place your left hand on your right shoulder. Take your right hand and rest it on the right side of your head. Do the same thing on the left side of your head with your left hand by putting your right hand on your right hip and your left hand on your left hip. Lastly, move your hips in a circle 3 times before jumping and turning your body 90 degrees to the left.
Number 3.
Start by putting your right arm in front of you. Then do the same with your left arm. Turn your right palm upwards and then your left palm. Bend your right arm and put your right hand on your left shoulder. Place your left hand on your right shoulder. Take your right hand and rest it on the right side of your head. Do the same thing on the left side of your head with your left hand. Bring your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right hip by putting your right hand on your right hip and your left.
Seriously, do we have anybody who knows dancing out there that knows about this dance, that knows if this is what they're talking about?
Hand on
Because like they're trying to say there's 3 different ways now to do the Macarena.
your left hip. Lastly, move your hips in a circle 3 times before jumping and turning your body 90 degrees to the left.
Pause the video if you have to. This is worth 5 points. The answer is number 1. That's right. You probably don't know how to Macarena, but don't feel bad. Neither of these other people do either. Well, at least not in this universe. Has it changed?
I don't know.
If you got this right, give yourself 5 points.
Jesus.
Ferrero
God
Rocher
help us.
chocolate bar, crunchy hazelnut.
Give yourself 5 points and God help us. God help us all. Oh, man.
Let's continue with the music genre. Do you remember Black Eyed Peas' Boom Boom Pow? An iconic line that Fergie says that she's so cutting edge and you're so, you know. What does Fergie say next?
I'm so... Oh, I used to know this one. I'm so 98 and you're so 90 late or something.
Next, number 1. I'm so 2008. You're so 2000.
Yeah, I'm so see, I had it right, but I just had the year wrong. I'm so 2008 and you're so 2000 late. Yeah, that's what I remember.
And late. Number 2. I'm so 3008. You're so 2000 late.
Wait up.
Number 3. I'm so 2000.
I might remember 98, dude. I might remember 98.
8. You're so 2000 and fake. Or number 4. I'm so 3008. You're so 2000 and fake.
That one.
The answer
it's
is
one.
I'm on that next now. I'm so 3008. You sold 2000 and late.
Wait, what?
I'm so 3008.
This is really fucking with me. This is gonna ruin my life now.
You sold 2000 and late.
If you pick number 2, you're right, and give yourself 3 points. But don't feel bad if you got it wrong. Look at all these people on Twitter hashtagging I'm.
This one's really grinding my gears. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to live with myself.
So 2008, you're so 2000 and late. Let's do one more in the music genre for now. This time in the 80s. Number 1. Sweet dreams are made of memes.
No, sweet dreams are made of these.
Of these.
Who am I?
What do you remember? What do you remember?
Who had a mind to disagree?
No. Sweet dreams are made of what?
These.
These, right?
These.
Yeah, that's what I remember too. All right, let's see.
I to disagree. Number 2, sweet dreams are made of lips. Who am I to disagree? Number 3, sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Number 4, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Are you ready? The answer is number 3. Sweet dreams are made of this.
No
Who
way.
am I?
They
She says this.
Yeah, she says these.
It wasn't like that. No, but it changed, dude. I bet you. All right, let's.
They glitched that one up.
No. Let's see. You think what? You think they're fucking with the tape? All right.
Yeah,
Let me.
they fucked
All
with
right,
that
all
one.
right, all right. No, I'll look it up right now, dude. Let's check it out. Let's check it out for ourselves.
We gotta check the original transcript on the video.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's investigate this. Hold on. Let's transvestigate this. Made of. All right. I'll show you guys what I'm doing step by step here, just in case anything, because you never know when you're looking up these things glitch out sometimes. All right, entire screen. I'll just share my entire life with you guys. All right, I'll just share my entire screen, my entire life. It's 2 in the morning. All right, here we go. Look, sweet dreams are made of these. I type it in. What pops up?
We're making your dreams as you see.
All right, this is it. Annie Lennox, Dave Stewart. All right, this is it. Oh, and there's a Marilyn Manson version. So
they say when you see a redhead, it's a warning.
We'll check out both. This is for demonstration purposes and for educational purposes.
Yes.
And for entertainment.
Yes.
Teeth sensitivity is so.
Not that. Teeth sensitivity sucks, all right? Don't make me no, I'm never gonna say that. Oh shit. Don't make me wanna numb the pain, lady. All right, here we go. Let's see. Dude, that's the actual song.
It says these.
No, listen closely.
Dreams are made of these. Who am I to
What?
It sounds like these.
Yeah.
It never sounded like that. It used to be these. Like it was clear.
Yeah.
Who am I to disown?
What?
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I?
I don't know. All right. They might have slowed it down. Let's see.
What is she pointing to on the screen there when she says this?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what is that? A mud flood tunnel?
I don't know, but let's see what Marilyn Manson said because I like his vision, even though he's creepy as fuck. Let's see.
He said these.
Yeah, the way she used to say it.
Yeah. Thanks, Marilyn, for getting it right.
These. Okay.
Marilyn got it right. He remembers correctly.
Well, they didn't change his satanic shit. All right, what else do we got?
Hey, sometimes Satan got the facts right. Honestly.
I want to do both of them. What happened to the other one? Did I already X out of it? Oh, man. Oh, well. All right, whatever. We looked into it. Oh, all right. Let's see what it says in the transcript, though. You're right. Let's check that out. Let's get Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, Marilyn's transcript.
Let's see what she says it again. I don't know. It still kind of it still sounds like these, but it does say this. All right, so let's see.
It's like transcrapably between the two words.
Well, this is what happens with the Mandela effect. It's like things like you got to pay close attention and shortly shift. Like right now, it sounds like that, but in like who knows? Any day you might wake up and it might completely have changed all the way. And we catch these things in the middle of while they're changing sometimes, and we notice it incrementally changing in front of our face.
I like what Brian said, like how it could be possibly a way of God's getting our attention.
Yeah, a message from the Creator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For us to pay attention a little closer.
There seems to be messages in every single one of them. Like every single change. Like, and it always goes along with what's happening. Hold on. What was I looking for? Hold on.
It always goes with what?
What was I just saying? Sorry.
It always goes with what?
What were we just talking about? I lost my place.
The Mandela effect. We notice it. It's always going with.
Look, dude, no way. Look, sweet dreams are made of this.
They just retyped it.
But look, no, the actual words. Like this is the actual lyrics on Bing, on Microsoft Bing, dude. This isn't like them retyping it. This is.
But Marilyn Manson said these.
That's residue.
Yeah, this is typed. That could have easily changed that.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, this is the actual words, though. Like,
right. But it's not how we remember it.
No. See, even says it down here in the next verse. Look, sweet dreams are made of this. Sweet dreams are made of this. Sweet dreams are made of this. This is.
But this doesn't rhyme with disagree.
But she said it kind of with an accent.
Yeah,
Look.
she made it rhyme.
Look, let's see what this one says. This is a lyric video. Right there. Sweet dreams are made of this.
Ooh, how's it sound?
These.
Yeah, it sounds like BS.
Oh my god. They all sound different, dude.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
That's when they fuse it together. They're fusing the this and the these.
So, but when you hear Marilyn Manson, dude, and look, that's the official lyrics, dude.
Marilyn, can we look up Marilyn's lyrics?
All right, yeah, lyrics to Sweet Dreams. I'm not afraid to look up the dark one.
I used to think it was pretty cool until he grew
Look, his says the same thing, but he doesn't say that. Look, sweet dreams are made of this. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I? But he doesn't say it like
No,
that.
this just proves it's generic. They're just putting that in.
Look,
It's not what he says.
Here's the Marilyn Manson.
What?
He says these, dude.
He's totally saying these.
He's not trying to copy her accent either.
Nope.
Let's see if where later on in the song.
These
Let's see if it's changed later on in the song. Hold on.
Yeah.
Look, it says it again. Look. Hold on, right there. Let's see what it says. Let's see how he says it. Hold on. There. So he would have said this. He wouldn't say. He wouldn't have whispered these. It's easier to whisper this when you're singing. He wouldn't go out of your way to like do extra work singing. Trust me.
Yeah, so like when you're watching a video and you click their little options tab, you can click on the part where it says transcript, and it actually will type out the words that AI hears. You know?
We did enough.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Okay.
Next.
Yep. Enough said.
Right. Give yourself 3 points. Most people remember these, like these memes, or Marilyn Manson's remake of the song. Mandela strikes again. Let's switch gears and do some easy ones. Which one of these is the correct McDonald's? Number 1, McDonald's, or number 2?
I never remember McDonald's. I always remember it being like that.
I used to make fun of people, and I would say McDonald's just for fun.
Yeah, but you don't remember it actually being McDonald's, do you?
No, never.
No, me neither.
McDonald's. The answer may surprise you. Are you ready? Here's a 1985 ad for the Ronald McDonald Show, and here's a Ronald McDonald doll, and here's something for the Ronald McDonald House, and a 2015 community news blog mentioning McDonald's commercials. With all of that,
I don't know. Could those just be misspellings?
that said,
I mean, think about how many times people write the word McDonald's every day. Like, you know, like everywhere, all across the plane, all the different jobs, all the time. Hey, what are we getting for lunch? McDonald's. What do you want at McDonald's? I mean, you know, people are just like fucking writing McDonald's left and right all the time. So
I used to work with some guy, and I told him McDonald's, and he was like,
there's got to be some people who pronounce it McDonald's who write it wrong.
I told him McDonald's, and he was like, no, it's McDonald's. And I was like, yeah, it's McDonald's.
This one for me is a tough sale, but let's see what they say.
the answer actually is number 2, McDonald's. If you got that right, you get 1 point.
Let me show you something else about McDonald's, okay, Andrew? Do you remember how they used to call it the Golden Arches?
Yes.
Do you know why they called it the Golden Arches? Arches. Because every restaurant, when they first opened, had 2 golden arches, 2 going through the roof of the restaurant.
Well, I guess now all you...
Right? Now, when you turn the 2 golden arches sideways, it's a 33. Right? Also, the M and the C is 33 because the M turned sideways is a 3 and the C is the third letter of the alphabet. You see that? So McDonald's is 33.
you can do is go get a Big Muck. I mean a Big Mac. Okay, that one was super easy. Let's do another super easy one. Let's now enter the world of berries. Which one of these 2 are berries? Number 1, bananas. Number 2, raspberries. Number 3, green pepper. Number 4, strawberries. Pick two and pause the video if you must.
Oh,
The answer is
I know. Wait a look. You see raspberries? They're now raspberries. There's a P in there.
Oh, yeah.
Bananas changed. There's two N's.
What?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know what they're saying about the other two.
Strawberries.
pick two and pause the video if you must.
1 and 2.
The answer is number 1 and 3, bananas and green peppers. They're now berries, and strawberries and raspberries are no longer berries.
See, raspberries. He misspelled it. Dude, he got it wrong. Look, when he wrote it back here, he wrote raspberries. He forgot the P. He's Mandela affected himself.
Pick two and pause the video if you must. The answer is number 1 and 3, banana.
I'm not a Marilyn Manson person. 82. I just played it for the residue. That's all. But it is it is. But I like the song "Sweet Dreams" though. I can play it on the guitar, but like it wasn't originally his song.
I was actually jamming to that one. I got it downloaded.
Yeah, I mean,
Your version.
I don't like him per se, like because he's satanic, but the guitar is pretty heavy.
I didn't know he was
and
satanic.
Green peppers. They're now berries, and strawberries and raspberries are no longer berries, and apparently never have been. And that, my friends, is very disturbing. Give yourself 5 points if you got that right. One more super easy before we move on to movies and television. Which one is the correct Mike and Ike's? Number 1, Mike and Ike with an N. Number 2, Mike and Ike, A and D.
When I was growing up, it was Mike and Ike. Then I remember it changing to Mike and Ike. But I don't know what it is now. But I remember Mike and Ike's. And I remember it being Mike and Ike. And I used to love these candies. These were my favorite.
Or number
These were my jams.
3, Mike and Ike with an ampersand.
I don't remember it with an ampersand.
This is worth 1 point. The answer is number 2, Mike A and D Ike. Most people remember Mike and the letter N Ike, and that's a wrap. You may not remember the popular 1950s I Love Lucy show, but I'm sure you'll remember the famous phrase uttered by Ricky Ricardo every time Lucy got in trouble.
Lucy,
what do you remember Ricky saying to Lucy? Number 1, Lucy, you have some explaining to do. Or number 2, Lucy, you have some splaining to do. Or number 3, I think that I'm entitled to a little bit of an explanation. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Wanda, you got some explaining to do.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Papa, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
You're going places.
I am.
And in fact,
I'm going places. They told me so. The computer. The computer told me. Oh, I lost it.
North Pole doesn't exist. That's right.
Oh, no, fuck you. Get back. All right.
Number 1 is very disturbing.
I lost it at the last minute.
One
Did
right.
I-
Give you
Do we already see that? Wait up.
a warning.
Where's the
Grand
Lucy?
Central?
You can call me Patrick.
I don't know. I don't even think this is the same.
you don't
There it is.
I think that I am entitled to a little bit of an explanation of what is going on here.
The answer is number 3, Ricky Ricardo never said, Lucy, you have some splaining to do.
No.
At least not in this universe. And yes, Ricky, we do need some splaination. And I will splain right now. Mandela strikes again. If you got this right, give yourself 5 points. Now let's fast
Give yourself 5 points and 2 pats on the back.
forward a couple decades and do a movie. You all remember Grease, right?
Silent chairs.
In the movie, how does the intro to Grease Lightning start? Number 1, why this car is automatic, systematic, hydromatic. Number 2, why this car could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic. Number 3, why this car is hydromatic, systematic, automatic. Why is Grease Lightning? This one is worth 3 points.
Why this car's automatic, it's systematic, it's hydromatic. Why this car's automatic, it's systematic, it's hydromatic. Like this car could be automatic, systematic, hydromatic.
Don't celebrate yet. Are you ready?
Well, this car could be systematic, hydromatic.
What are we watching?
Ultramatic.
If you selected number 2, congratulations. Give yourself 3 points. You may have thought this was going to be automatic for you, and you're asking yourself why.
Why couldn't be Grease Lightning?
Or the Mandela effect.
Who's this? If I had to guess, this is the person who stole your identity. Every day I'm hustling.
Sammy Bigelow. Patterson.
He's a CEO.
What is the name of this movie?
It was.
Say it in your head. Identity blank. What is it? Let me help you out. Number 1, identity thief. Number 2, identity theft.
How do you make a movie that's going to rake in some dough, it's mildly entertaining, and just generally doesn't leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth? You get the director from Bridesmaids, the crazy chick from Bridesmaids, and a guy who will be in about almost any movie. And I give you identity theft.
Hey you guys, and welcome to another trailer review. And today I am going to be reviewing Identity Theft, which stars Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy.
How we doing, YouTube?
It was
Mr.
Identity
Spoiler
Thief,
alert,
I think,
but
right?
you can call me Patrick.
course.
I actually saw Identity Theft last night.
Here we go again. The
It's
answer
Identity Thief.
is
Yeah,
actually
now.
number 1, identity thief. That's right, but at least you're not alone. If you got this one right, give yourself 3 points.
In 5 silent chairs.
Let's take a trip to the streets of New York where I grew up. What's the
That's
name
the
of
money
this
maker
place?
right there.
Grand Central blank. Number
Station.
1, Game Central Station. Number 2, Grand Central Terminal. Number 3, Grand Central Place Station. Or number 4, Grand Central Station.
4.
Sorry, Wreck-It Ralph. The answer is number 2, Grand Central Terminal. It's been called that since 1913. If you got that one right, give yourself 2 points.
I know a song that
On the
says
way
Grand
into
Central
New York
Station.
Harbor,
Yeah,
many
well, it's been
immigrants
Grand
saw the
Central
Statue of
Terminal,
Liberty
so-
as a beacon of freedom.
Yep, my great
Where
grandparents from
does the
Sicily
Statue of Liberty
told me the same fucking
reside?
story.
Number 1, Governor's Island. Number 2, Manhattan Island. Number 3, Ellis
Come on, you should all
Island.
know this
or
one.
number 4, Liberty Island. What do you remember? Before we discover
I'll be
the
very
answer,
disappointed in
let's
you guys
look
if
at
you don't
what
know
some
this one.
people believe to be the residue of a
Star
parallel
Wars.
universe. Here's a 2013 article about the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island. Here's a blog from someone who just visited the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island. Here's a photo you can buy of Lady Liberty on Ellis Island. Yet another article, yes, on Ellis Island. If you chose Ellis Island, it appears your cosmos may have left you behind, because the answer is Liberty Island, number 4. Well, New York, what do you think of them apples? Give yourself 3 points if you got that one right. Okay, let's knock out a couple quick ones. Which one is the correct Flintstones? Number 1 or number 2? Look carefully. Flintstones with 1 T or Flint Stones with 2 T's?
Man.
Answer is, are you ready? Number 2, the Flint Stones. Give yourself 1 point if you got that correct. Let's see if you can hit the bullseye on this next one. Which one of these 3 is the correct target? Number 1 with 2 rings, number 2 with 3 rings, or number 3 with 4 rings? The answer is number 1, target with 2 rings. Give yourself 1 point if you got that one right. Let's test your IQ.
Oh, this one really got.
Which one of these 3 is the correct
Because
pose?
It's the chin guy.
Fist on the chin.
No, it was. It
Number
used to be
2,
fist ahead.
fist on the forehead.
That's the.
Or number 3.
Oh,
open
right. Yeah, then it changed. Now I remember.
Then he opened
The
his hand.
answer is.
First it was like
Are you
that,
ready?
Then he opened his hand.
Number 3.
The next
the
time,
open hand
he's
under
gonna be
the
wearing
chin.
shorts.
Most people think it's fist
He has
on
like
the
a
head,
hat on his
even
head
while
too,
posing
instead of
right in
hair.
front of the
I remember the
statue.
hair.
But it's never been that way. Even a close friend of the sculptor George Bernard Shaw in 1906 sent the sculptor this picture in the wrong pose. 3 points if you got that right. Do you guys know Michael Jackson? There's a warning in this song to be careful who you love. The lyric goes like this. And blank always told me, I'm being careful who you love.
And Mama always told me, right? What do you think? Do you think it's Mama, or I'm not gonna give you any suggestions? What do you think it is? And Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Don't go around breaking young girls' heart like that.
I think he says a name. He says somebody's name. I think.
Or it could have been my mama always told me, be careful who you love. But it
I
was
don't think it's Mama.
It was definitely Mama for me. All right, let's see.
Who told him that? Number 1, and Daddy always told me,
No.
be careful who you love. Number 2, and Mama always told me. Number 3, and Mother always told me. Or number 4, and Auntie always told me.
There you go. There's your choices.
4.
You remember, and Auntie always told me, be careful who you love? You remember that?
Those other 2 don't sound right.
That's pretty cool.
Pause the video if you must. The answer is...
Oh!
But don't feel bad.
It was
Perhaps
Mama.
Madonna or Neo know better.
Mama.
I can go on and on, but I won't. If you got this one right, give yourself 3 points. Do you remember Friends? Do you remember this song?
Yep.
Well, riddle me this. How many claps do you recall this song having?
6.
Number 1,
Hmm.
3 claps.
Wait up.
Number 2, 4 claps.
5.
Number 3, 5 claps.
5.
Number 4, 6 claps. What do you remember? Are you ready?
How many times do they clap in the Friends theme song?
4 times.
5.
5. No, it's actually 4.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Yep.
I know it's gonna be this way.
If you selected 1 or 4,
The drummers will
you're
remember
out.
proper.
It's now between 3 claps or 4 claps. Here we go. The answer is number 2, 4 claps, although most people remember 5, including Lisa Kudrow,
Most people are
who
wrong.
claps the slate 5 times.
What do you? I remember 5 claps, dude.
That was 4. Come on. I always remember the rhythm, even if I fuck it up.
Oh, yeah, you're a drummer, right?
Yeah, I remember those clicks.
No, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it could have been 6 too.
Boom, 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 boom. I remember it was all 4 in a row. Just like
Give yourself 3 points if you got that right. Now,
my first
for
3
our
points.
final question.
Where's Scott when you need him? He would know.
Do you recognize this song?
He told me in the spirit.
Joy to the World.
He remembers 4.
What type of song is this? Number 1, a Christmas song. Number 2, an Easter song. Number 3, a Valentine's Day song. Or number 4, an end of the world song. The answer might...
I'm telling you, it was a Christmas song, but it's gonna be an end of the world song. I can already tell. What do you think?
What song is it?
Joy to the world, the Lord has come.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, now the words change to the Lord is come. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. That's what it says now.
Yeah, because they don't like to say past tense about him.
But it used to say has, though. Anyway, let's go.
Might surprise you. Are you ready? Isaac Watts published a book of poems in 1719. One of those poems was an adaptation of Psalm 98 from the Bible. He will judge the world in righteousness, is what it says, and that's exactly what happens in the book of Revelation. Joy to the world lyrics state, no more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found. Far as the curse is found. Revelation 21 says, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Joy to the World is a song about the second coming of Jesus Christ, the end of the world, but also a new heaven and a new earth where he will be our God and we will be his children, for those who believe and accept his free gift. So in closing, Joy to the World is not a Christmas song. If you picked number 4, give yourself 5 points. It's time to add up all of your points. Total points possible is 50. If you scored 1...
All right, we're not going by points. You all won. You're all.
I got 49. That's pretty close.
All right, how many we get? What's this one? All right, yeah, let's see. This looks cool. World tonight. Flat Earth hidden in history.
It looks kind of blurry.
Geocentric.
Oh, okay. We're in the middle.
Yeah, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of newspaper articles. Sorry, we don't have to go over every one of them. Let's see. Social Europe.
What is all this about mud floods? Hello, fellow truth seekers. Let's talk about mud floods. Mud floods are a theory that is gaining huge traction over the last few years. It theorizes that one or various catastrophic events occurred in many parts of the world. These events took place in only the last few hundred years. Mud floods are largely blamed for the disappearance of the Tartarian Empire, whether it was a man-made disaster or natural. Old buildings in many towns and cities around the world seem to have sunken into the ground or been covered in mud. There is a vast amount of evidence when you look at old buildings such as these. Windows are sunken into the ground, entire floors of buildings are covered. There is absolutely no record of such an event in mainstream history. So if a mud flood did occur, it has been covered up and erased from the history books. Check out this picture of St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church, Omaha, Nebraska in 1908. After excavations, notice the door is now a window. Many such examples exist on record. The mud flood theory is dismissed by the mainstream as a conspiracy theory. But more and more people are questioning the mainstream narrative on this subject. So what do you think? Is the mud flood theory plausible? Let me know in the comments. That is all.
There you go. Alright. We got. Alright, this one's only 20 minutes. We'll do this. Let's see if we can get this done.
I love mud flood.
Well, this is Noah's flood in North America, but I don't know if they're gonna let me get away with it. Listen.
To some, the idea of Noah's flood conjures up images from Sunday school Bible stories of a small boat overstuffed with cute animals that gently bobbed in an ocean for 40 days. Many simply call it a myth. Fewer and fewer these days believe the flood account from Genesis 6 to 9 is actual history. The Bible frames the flood as an actual historical event, one that involved a specific family of 8. Genesis says the flood lasted for a full year, engulfed the entire world, and preserved animals, plants, and humanity from well-deserved judgment. The flood represents the most detailed account of any single event in the Bible. Both the Apostle Peter and Jesus even referred to the Genesis flood as a real historical event. So it's safe to say that the credibility of the Bible, and even Jesus himself, hinges on whether the flood account actually happened as described in Genesis.
You see?
Join us now as we reveal how Noah's flood lines up with brand new scientific research. Over 1,800 oil well boreholes from 4 continents have all been compiled and mapped. The newly emerged tracks the thickness and extent of each rock type as they were laid down by the flood. This research reveals the same 6 megasequences of sedimentary rock layers across multiple continents.
Nice.
Each megasequence contains a huge stack of rock layers, often with coarse-grained sandstone on the bottom, then finer-grained deposits like shale, then topped by limestones. Each megasequence is bounded above and below by flat, eroded surfaces called unconformities. A few places on Earth have layers that represent all 6 megasequences. How did they get there? What do they say about Noah's flood? Catastrophically water-deposited sedimentary layers top most of the world's continents. Would Noah's flood bring lots of water and lots of mud? Geologists agree on the 6 megasequences, but they differ on the timescale in which they happened. If they took millions of years, then they have little to do with the flood. But if they were all deposited rapidly and recently, then the flood should come to mind. Many also question when a larger landmass, such as a Rodinia-like supercontinent, broke into continents and moved to their current configuration. For the first time ever, new megasequence maps allow us to see how the flood shaped our entire planet, just like the Bible said, figuring the continents. According to Genesis, the Garden of Eden was a lush paradise, one that was set up for eternal life, worldwide vegetarianism, and harmony with our Creator. There was no bloodshed, disease, or even animal death. Plants and trees had no thorns or thistles, and humans tended God's creation. Then came the fall. We disobeyed God and ate the forbidden fruit. Sin entered the world, and death through sin. Suffering, pain, mutations, and cancer now plagued humanity. Plants and trees grew thorns, and we transitioned from keepers of a lush garden to laboring farmers. The earth and universe began to decay and groan under the weight of sin's curse. Not even 2,000 years later, humanity had turned so corrupt that God sent the flood as a judgment against us. For God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and
Get drunk! High five for everyone! Yeah. The party starts at 8! Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Skits Out, the mixtape, and I
from Mattapan, going through Dorchester to get to Roxbury, just to get more fresh air. Going up Mass Ave, hoping a Newberry. I need the new what? I stay in new everything. I got game in the hood, swear to God, everybody know my name in the hood. And the clothes are dope, yes I must say. Threads, animals, Adidas, Johnny Cupcakes. Hey girl, come here. I'm one of them boys that be in front of the corner mall downtown crossing. I'm a dawn to calm out, comprende. Eyes like the cigar sign, smoking on Fenway. I never go to sleep, never woke up. Nothing sweet, but I'm dunking cause my donuts. Hi Tiffany, can we date, hun? I'm Mr. Boston, not from VH1. No! Yes! King Spider. There was ever a question in your mind? Who's the best of the beat? Stop it. I'm the motherfucking king. Beacon Hill, I know you got me. I see you, Duval. See how? Where we at? Sometimes I want to go somewhere, man. You know? Where everybody know my motherfucking name, everybody do cocaine, you know? It's a place like Boston, you know? Beacon Hill, Paul Revere shit.